Pa-da-da-da-da. Hello, hello. How's everyone doing? This is totally not the second time I'm doing my intro because I forgot YouTube. No, I'm a professional streamer. I would never. How's my chat doing? Hi. Surprise a Monday strand. Hello, Bay. Hello, Neo Shui. Hello, Hendrik. Hello, Xiao. Hey, Omen. Hehe. Apple. Yeah. Man, I went to grab a drink and I was like, I must not forget to put YouTube online. Goes to sit down. Totally forgets it. Classic. Hey, Axie. Hello. How's everyone doing? Tell me about your weekend. I want to know. Oh, maybe this is not the right music for asking about the weekend, but hey, it's it is what it is, I guess. I went to watch Cats yesterday, as in like the musical. Like the actual physical musical or the movie? There's a new movie that I'm not known about. Yeah, so good. Oh, nice. They have a lot of good songs. That's what I know. Nice. Yeah, any like good seats? Found like a new... The musical. Forget about the movie. Yeah, the movie is... Yeah. The movie doesn't exist. There we go. Did you find like a new musical star you enjoy? In the summer I went to Phantom of the Opera. I know, very classic. I love it though. And actually made me find a new actress that I'm really like want to see more of when she goes to different musicals. Ooh. Chat. Today we have tea. Oh my god. Do you only drink coffee when you're streaming? Well, no, but I already have my coffee today. So we're having tea. And the tea of choice is lemon and blueberry. Because it's my house and I make the flavor. And I was feeling like blueberry, but I was also feeling like lemon. So we just went with both. I ran too much today and now my legs hurt. Wait, why were you running? Lemon and blueberry sounds good. It is a pretty solid combo. Was it like you going to the gym running? Or outside? Oh my god. Touching grass? What? Outside? Oh my god. You brave soldier. How did it go? Well, your legs hurt, right? But you didn't break anything or injure your ankles or... I don't know. I just know that the pavement in the UK is not particularly straight. Even the roads aren't. Or like flat, I should say, yeah. Even, that's the word I was searching for. They're not particularly even. So I feel like you need really good running shoes then. It was so good, okay. Ended up way too far away from home. So I was kind of forced to run further than I wanted, which ended up to 21 kilometers. What the hell? 21. Wait, yeah, that's my run emote. That's my run emote. Whenever someone from the Hades community comes in and I ask them how was your run, they see them. It's a perfectly fine emote. What are you on about? "21 kilometers. Do you normally run that much? That's insane. I don't even like to cycle 21 kilometers, and I'm saying that as a Dutch person, which probably while I vocalize this out loud, my license is getting taken. Like someone is just knocking on the door going, "Hey! May I confiscate your passport, ma'am?" Yeah, the roads are kind of shitty, but there's a nice path trail near me. Oh, very nice, very nice. It's because you live like near the open scenery, nature outside. What the hell do you call that? Here we just call them farmlands because every nature here in the Netherlands is farmland. Oh. Put it on the wire. I mean, yeah, unless you're like London, you are never too far away from farmland. Yeah, that's true. I really love staying in London in the summer and such, but I'm just not a city girl. After like 3 weeks, I was like, you know what? No, this is enough. And where I live myself, I live like near a really big park. So there's not many people here. It's quite how do you say it? It's quite silent and nice and outside of the screaming children from the apartment complex, but yeah. So when I was stuck listening to 3.5 weeks of underground subway and train and a city that never sleeps, it's just not for me, fam. It's just not for me. I love walking around and like being able to eat all these different cultural foods and everything like that, because like London is such a metropolitan of everything different, right? But yeah, the London Underground is so loud. Yeah, that's also horrible. I could not believe that you guys only have one as in the number one line that is air conditioned. Like, what is up with that? It was so warm. Like, here in the Netherlands, all our trains are like air conditioned. Louder than anything I've been on in Europe. I mean, if you go to the north, if you go to like Scotland trains that are like 300 years old or something, I don't know, they're barely holding on to falling apart. Those things are loud as well. But yeah, it's so horrible. Like, it was like nearing 40 degrees and there was no air conditioning in the line that I took. And then it was like on how do you say that? When like a lot of people are like in high traffic. We were like literally sardines in a can. It wasn't as bad as Japan, but it was still like, it was just too warm. Your voice is sounding much better than it was in a bit. Yay! Yeah, we're clearing up a bit. All the swelling in my throat has gone away. That's also why I've felt like how do you say it? Energetic enough to do an extra stream? Yeah. Oh, ever since Kitori, like, ever since Kitori, like, pointed out that I do the yeah, I'm now catching myself on it every time. I didn't know it was like such a habitual thing that I do. Darn it. But yeah, the sleep has been better as well. I'm trying to fix my schedule again. So many times trying to fix it. Yeah counter. You guys are just gonna use it like one day and then they're not gonna use it anymore. I can add it if you want. Hold on, give me a moment. It would be kind of funny. Not gonna lie. What was this again? Commands. Add. Yeah. What would we make it? Like I have said yeah that many times or what? Yeah counter. Let's see if this works. I recall saying it at least once more on my previous stream, so we'll just I don't know what to make of like the we'll just put it like that. Good enough for now. Yes. Oh yeah. So I was like, let's just do a small yapping strum. We can also play like the words thingy with chat as well. That we did on New Year's Day. If we have enough people in chat. But otherwise we can just like yap about whatever. I've been mainly reading this weekend and oh yeah, watching Anthony Bourdain series. It's like a cooking, traveling, food traveling show. I don't know if you guys know Anthony Bourdain. Rest in peace. He was a kind of one of like the first celebrity chefs, I would say. He kind of just became a celebrity chef. He was a very famous guy, or like a really, really good chef in New York and such as well, before he went to travel and film like the real authentic food and such. So he went to like Vietnam and stuff and showed the actual street food and what many food channels and such do nowadays. He like started with it. So yeah. And I sometimes watch like kind of, well, it's not old, but I mean, I guess it's old. It's more than like, yeah, it's 25 years ago since that series was, damn, 25 years. Okay, yeah. Yeah. I sometimes watch like old shows, even though they're like lesser quality or such, right? Like actual quality, like video image quality, I mean, not quality of like the content itself. Because they just like illustrate such a different type of time in like entertainment and such. So it's kind of fun to watch. I've been going back to the anime that I grew up on as well. And it's also very fun to watch and see the old art styles and things like that. Makes you appreciate newer series and how polished everything came and such. I recall like a few weeks ago I was talking with someone about what type of music I listened in high school, and then I tried to find a video on YouTube about one of the songs that I liked, and it was like 100 years ago or something, and the only quality there was 360p. And I remember back in the day we were like, oh my god, this is so sharp. This is such quality of recording, wow. As I look at it and I'm like, I can't even see what that fuzzy image is on the screen that I'm looking at. Man, how times have changed. You have that sometimes when old video games as well, right? When you were younger and you were playing video games like Banjo-Kazooie or Spyro or something like that, and you were like, oh wow, this game looks so detailed and the grass looks so good, and then now when you see videos of it or such, and I'm like, how do you mean the grass looks so good? It's just a JPEG, a bad unsharp image of a JPEG on a platform or like a 3D platform surrounding. How did I thought as a small kid that this was totally like the shit? Simpler times. Grass with 4 pixels, yeah. Like, we joke about it with like Minecraft and now Hytale, right? A lot of people are playing Hytale. But if you even look at those games, they are supposed to look blocky and pixely, but even the textures used for that are really like sharp and high quality. And then for Minecraft, of course, you have like a bunch of texture mods and such. I see that happening to Hytale as well. But yeah, it's like, even if you try to emulate that pixely, blocky, polygony style that we had back in the day, quote-unquote retro games, it is still very sharp and high definition in comparison to what it actually was. Yeah. I like going back, looking at older things, because it kind of keeps me with both feet on the ground and keeps me humble about just how good we have it nowadays, right? In like entertainment and everything that you can literally have at the click of a button. Or like how good movies look, or games, or yeah. Everyone is like, but the graphics aren't as great, or it's just Unreal Engine being used again. And in my head, I'm like thinking back of the old games that I played, and I was like, yeah, but if we normally we would have been over the moon with what would be released. It's kind of crazy how our norm, our like baseline norm, gets so pushed up to different directions that if you see Where Winds Meet or Expedition 33 or something, right? Those kind of graphics, you're like, oh yeah, that's how it should be. And I'm like, no, that's exceptional. Which norm? Yeah, just a norm of quality or like graphics in games, or how movies need to be, or series, or such, or anime, right? Animation. The norm should be for games to run decently and stop using Unreal Engine 5. Why do you say that they need to stop using Unreal Engine 5? Expedition 33 is also Unreal Engine 5, and it was actually optimized. It's a dev issue, it's not the Unreal Engine itself issue. Have you seen the requirement for the new Lego game? Oh. No, I have not. Who is making the new Lego game? Because if you say Capcom, then yeah, yeah. Right. Is it on the Switch? They were using an in-house engine and it was pretty low requirement. Now they're using Unreal Engine 5 and you need a spaceship to run it. Oh no. Oh no. I still feel it's more like a developer optimization issue. Because optimizing a game cuts into the profit, right? If you put resources to that. So from making a money standpoint as a company, it's not beneficial. For a Lego game out of all the things, Capcom is just stubborn as hell with the RE. Oh yeah, their engine is horrible. That's another topic, yeah. I mean, I think they should have never used their own in-house engine, but Japanese developers are very much of that, right? They don't want to buy licenses of other engines. Square Enix falls into the same trap with that. With their Crystal engine, I think it is called. Yeah. The engine is great for linear games. Yeah, like Resident Evil and such is good, right? They never have issues if it's not too big open world. But they saw how bad it was for open world games and decided it's okay, people will buy. That's so true. Like, look at Dragon's Dogma 2 and then Monster Hunter Wilds, right? Yeah. Heck, even World ran absolutely horrible when Monster Hunter World came out. They only got away with it because the 30 series of NVIDIA came out. And the 30 series of NVIDIA was such a bump up for performance and such that it just like skyrocketed everything if people had it, and Capcom didn't really need it to optimize. And also the community itself and the fans, right? They optimized the game as well for us. I still am angry at them for killing Dragon's Dogma 2 in the egg with microtransaction and poor optimization. Yeah. Like, it seemed like a really nice game. And the world looked really pretty. And yeah, they put microtransactions in everything, it's crazy. If you buy Monster Hunter Wilds with all... The game is like 70 or something, 60 or 70 euro. But if you buy the game with all microtransactions, it's over $500. Absolutely baffling. It is a bit less good than its predecessor, but still a good game. Yeah. I didn't play it myself, but I saw a few playthroughs of it. And everyone that was playing a playthrough, outside of like the poor performance, right, was having a good time, so... It's so sad when they make the game for console, because a lot of people in Japan play on console, and then they're like, we'll outsource the bare minimum for the PC port. And you can't even call it a PC release because it's just an atrocious port. Yeah, it's really sad. At least now with Monster Hunter Wilds, it's becoming such an issue that they need to face the consequences of their action. I hope it does change a bit. Because development-wise and such, Japanese companies are still stuck in the 2000s. It's crazy. Begging for them to work on a new engine for their open world. Yeah, or just buy a license. Buy a license of an engine that does work. That, like, can handle all the bullshit load that they want to put on it. That will be fine if you drop a dragon in that has, like, 620,000 polygons or something. Jesus Christ. Not Unreal Engine. Well, they're not gonna optimize it, so let's not do not Unreal Engine here. Whoa. It's kind of the problem what you see with gaming, right? Where they either have own in-house engine, and then you kind of pray that it works, and then the only people that can kind of make it work is either the very tech-savvy people, or the developers themselves. Or they use Unreal Engine, and then things work, and they have like a whole stock of things that they can pick from that comes with Unreal Engine. But then you need like a home server system to run it. And then you may hope it runs. Yeah, it's rough. Because there isn't like a really big other company or like big engine that is this overarching, right? Especially because Unreal Engine has like a hand-in-hand thing with NVIDIA. With the frame gen and everything. Devs don't seem to know how to work with Unreal Engine 5, yeah. And I think Expedition 33 is actually a miracle, especially with how many engines they try. Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, they also had unlimited time with no shitty exec coding pressure to release at set date. Well, they had funding. But it's true that one of the upper management that put Sandfall Studio together had pretty much, quote-unquote, unlimited budget from their family. It's a very wealthy person. So yeah, that kinda helps, definitely. It's still kinda quite a miracle what they did. But it's also like a big middle finger to all the other game studios that are having issues with Unreal Engine 5, right? Because they showed that if you invest in it, you can make a pretty smooth running game. Yep. Hell. Oh. Huh? When did I drop this cup? Oh no. Darn it. The bottom rim of the cup has like a glass chipped off. No. Also, the Lego game I was talking about is the new Lego Batman. Ooh. What? Is it like are the Lego games like Nintendo exclusive or not? Let's see. Lego Batman. Because I do know that it runs on the Switch. It's not exclusive? Oh, okay, okay. Like, I don't know who's behind this. Not this one. Oh. Who the hell is TT Games? Oh. They're from the Shadow of War and the Harry Potter game and the Suicide Squad and such. Oh. New Lego Batman looks to be a rather big step up from all the Lego games though. Yeah. I mean, you can say a lot about Unreal Engine, but it does come with like a lot of things you can do with it. Yeah. Yeah, it does look like it has like its own like city, right? It reminds me of the Spider-Man game. Yeah, it does look better, but having the requirement step up is this much is also a pretty bad, scary thing. What do they say on Steam what you need? Let's see. Minimum. Okay. 16 gigabytes RAM. Alright. 8 gigabytes on your graphics. 50 gigabytes available space. How? What? Alright. Yeah, it's kind of crazy how much memory you need for games these days. What the frick? That's not a nice thing to see, because the RAM prices are out of the like through the roof now. The Batman Arkham games are some of my favorites. I'm hoping it turns out well. Compare with previous Lego games for a good laugh. Yeah, but the previous Lego games are kind of like... Don't get me wrong, I think the Lego games are really cool. But oftentimes they're very linear, right? And you go through like certain levels and you might have like a small open... what is it? Lego Star Wars. Like I've seen the Lego Star Wars. Yeah, it was 8 gigabytes RAM and... That also was 40 gigabyte already? What the hell? What the frick? It's probably like all the cutscenes and dialogue, right? Voice lines take up such a big spot in games with like space. And remember folks, Gotham Knights doesn't exist. Most, if not all, Lego games have big open world, huge hub, and then levels. Yeah. The person that comes into this chat sometimes, Len, he streams like the Lego games as well once in a while. Yeah. Skywalker Saga is a pretty huge game. Ooh. I think it's pretty cool that they are doing like the Lego games. A lot of people seem to like them as well, right? I haven't played them myself, but they always seem like a good time. Man, the requirements for GTA 6 are gonna go like through the roof as well. I'm not a fan of Star Wars, but the jokes in this one are pretty funny. Yeah, it's always very tongue-in-cheek dialogue. Oh, they also have a Lord of the Rings game. Didn't know. I'm always amazed at how much they make the characters look as the actual opposing characters of like the movies or the series or such, right? Like Marvel superheroes or Lord of the Rings. Like, it's quite funny, but yet very distinctly Lego. It's great. Yeah. I think it's also like perfect games to if you have like a kid that is just getting into gaming or something, to like introduce them to gaming. There we go. Yeah, it seems like the new Batman game will be actual more open world. I think that's mostly it. That you will have the city. Maybe they're gonna try to copy like what you kind of do in the Spider-Man games these days, right? But then you're being Batman and dispatching bad guys. I hope due to the success Dispatch got this year, which we also played right on stream, I hope we're gonna get more quote-unquote Telltale type of games again. I really miss those. Lego Batman 3 had an open world too and didn't require this much, I think. I have no clue. I don't play the Lego games, so let's see. Beyond Gotham. When did it came out? Yeah, 2014. 2014. That's 12 years ago. There's a new Life is Strange game coming out soon. No, I didn't follow the stream, but they had stuff to announce. Oh yeah, Life is Strange also exists. I forgot about that because I don't necessarily like the games myself. But that's kind of the only big one. We have of those types of games, right? The choices matter. In recent years, yeah, it's kind of sad. We also had the dark picture game. I was about to say the spooky games. Yeah. I think the new Saga is coming out this year. I'm a scaredy cat, chat. I'm not good with horror games or anything related to horror. Today I was asking in a friend's chat of mine. Said horror is fun. I mean, yeah. Collect your 100k and you can force me to play horror. Is what the friend of mine is trying to do. Not looking forward to that. But I wanted to watch like a semi-horror movie. And I was like, do you have time tonight? Because I don't want to watch it alone. Okay, bet 50k more to go play a horror game. Oh, Jesus. I agree with you on horror. So, like, listen. Listen. If I go play a horror game, let me sketch you. Let me put my cup to the side. Let me sketch you how it's gonna go, right? So the first dark corridor we're gonna get, or weird, like, creepy land house mansion or whatever, I'm gonna be standing there looking at where I need to walk, and I need to literally 15 minutes talk myself into it. Like, it's gonna be okay, just walk forward, you can do this is fine, nothing is gonna happen, it's just a video game, it's just, and if you die you can just start over, it's fine, they're fake monsters, you can do it. And that's gonna go on for like 15 minutes. I take 2 steps, I hear a bush like going shh, and then I pause the game and I'm like, I can't do this, chat, I can't do this, I can't do this, I can't do this. That's how it's gonna go. That's how it's gonna go. What if the game throws a chaser at you so you don't have those 5 minutes? You know what's gonna be? Because my friend actually watched me play a video game like that, and I got like a chase scene through a house, and I was like, I don't want to do this. Why is he following me? No, where do I need to go? I don't know where to go. I don't know where to go. And that just continuously carries on because it's just me in real life panicking. And the thing is, like, if I watch a scary movie or like play anything related to scariness in a game, I can pause it, I can pull up a web browser with cute animal videos and I can de-stress, but I can't do that on stream. Not scripted one, just the enemy chasing you during the whole game, kind of like an Outlast or Resident Evil. I would be panicking. I mean like those, not like a scripted one. I mean like those, like, you know, those moments where in Resident Evil you walk through the houses and you have not Pyramid Head but just one of the other monsters following you, and you need to pick up like a turning wheel for a valve or something. I would just be going like, get me out, 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 I don't want to do this, I don't know, where do I need to go? Yeah, that's gonna be the whole stream. And me crying, you just hear me crying. Yeah. I'm not made for those games. Nope. Yeah, it's horrible. Especially in like Outlast when the lights go down and then you need to go back to the generator to start it up or something. Literally when then all the lights go down, I need to pep talk myself for 20 minutes even before like leaving the spot where I am standing on. It is so horrible. It is so bad. Like my old friend group, Gamble, like made a bet with me, and I lost the bet, and then they made me play Phasmo, cause I have Phasmophobia on my PC, and the thing is like, my ears are like super sensitive, right? Like loud noises are actually like hurting, like physically hurting to me, and so, but when you walk into the house or whatever you need to explore in Phasmophobia, you have this ambient droning noise in the background, like in different types of like high and low waves. That shit is like, it just messes with my head. Horror with just audio screamer aren't really fun. It's easy and lazy scare. I mean, it works. It works. You know what scared me the most in Phasmo? It was a friend walking by when I was like trying to read something in the game, and he just went like and I legit could not have it. I legit like packed up my shit, ran out of the door, and I was like, I'm not doing that anymore. I'm not doing this anymore. Well, while he was having the time of his life laughing. He just walked by me and whispered like in my fucking ear, and that was it. I hate that horror audio. That's just obnoxious to this. It's not obnoxious. It's like it makes you feel claustrophobic, as if like there's this dense air around you pressuring on you continuously. Like as if there's something around you. That's the scariest thing to me. Like the unknown, stuff like that. Man, I love I absolutely adore Lovecraftian stuff, but my goodness, am I a scaredy cat? Yeah. Welcome in, Tips. Welcome in. Yeah. Like you guys saw it like yesterday when I was doing the shrine in Zelda. I let the voices win because while I only needed to jump forward, I thought that the spikes out of the walls would have actually, at the last moment when I would jump, would come out, and I needed to like jump over it. So I adjusted to the left, but nothing happened, and I should have just jumped forward. So I just jumped straight into the spikes. That's what happened yesterday, when I said, yeah, that's on me, because in my head, like horror games are horrible because I'm a very creative person and I think in pictures and I think too much. I think too much. And then when the pictures in my head have a possibility of coming alive, I just can't. You won't survive the Master Sword trials or the new shrines. You still have to. Yeah, I will though. I will. I mean, I'm doing the new shrines as well, right? Even though I'm like, oh no. Like, there's a lot of things of like video games and such that I also push myself on stream to just keep doing them instead of me going like, fuck this shit. But because you guys are here, you kind of hold me accountable, and I want to try hard for chat as well. Yeah. Yeah, those shrines. Yeah. I mean, platforming is like the bane of my existence, and you saw how it went yesterday. So, yeah. There you go. Oh. Oh, I posted it in the Discord the other day as well. We can now pre-order Monster Hunter Stories 3, right? Ah, and it's 70 euros. 70. Capcom robbing me. Insane. Been a while, no? Well, the pre-order hasn't been a while. Where you actually can pre-order the game. We had the announcement for a while, yeah. At this point, I'm surprised they didn't go for the 80 or 90. Don't tell. Delete that message. Delete it. What if Capcom sees it? No. Games should never become this expensive. It's crazy. Like, I'm all for supporting developers to make more games and everything, but the prices are becoming insane. Oh. They already locked the feline story behind the Deluxe Edition or pre-order? I don't remember. No, it was gonna come out later for people. So I guess it's gonna be the norm for this game. Capcom is gonna be... It's... They're really shitty with their stuff. Where is it? Here. Monster Hunter Stories 3. Gonna make us run 5,000 DLCs? Yeah. In the hub? Yeah. Only at the Hubcat though. Here, it says in the deluxe kit, additional side story Rudy is planned to release for autumn 2026. So I think it's just gonna be like a DLC. And then if you buy the deluxe, you just buy it with the DLC. It's kind of like, what you call it? Elden Ring, FromSoft does this. Like a pass? Yeah. It's like a DLC pass to begin, kind of. But they're just putting it in the quote-unquote deluxe. And all the other stuff is just cosmetics. If you pre-order, you get like an extra armor I don't know. I don't think these armors have actual stats. Because it's just like a Pokemon game, pretty much, right? Oh, I'm not allowed to say that. It's a breeding game, yeah. Maybe they changed it, but I'm sure saw loads of people going crazy over it being locked in the deluxe. Oh, it's 100% cosmetic as usual. Yeah. Yeah, I didn't play the previous stories, but I do wanna play this one. Yeah, it's just an additional side story. So I think they will, after release, when it comes out, it will just be a DLC as well. That you just get extra in the deluxe. But even here in the deluxe picture itself, it says that it is only to release in autumn, so later on. Yeah, and then the premium deluxe, which is like a whopping freaking €100. It's like a bunch of layered armor and hair and such. But yeah, the price is insane. But knowing how they are, all those armors and such will be separate deluxe to buy as well, DLC to buy as well. You just know that when you open the Monster Hunter Stories page, you have like 30 DLC options. Like, I will actually not be surprised that later on they will maybe add different monsters through the DLC as well. Just look at the Stories 2 page. Oh no. Okay, let's see. Yeah. Yeah, that's exactly what I mean. Holy shit, 22! Yeah, that's all outfit and yeah. Soundtrack, yeah. Character add a ticket, that shit should be like... They should go to jail for that one. Like, how can you not be able to edit your character? It's so dumb. Save editor. Yeah, I mean, yeah. Like, of course, we people with PC can go around it, right? But the people on the consoles, they are fucked. Or they need to be really creative, but yeah. Yeah, it's so dumb. Just imagine if Nintendo with Animal Crossing, or like, well, oh wait, I can't say that because the amiibos are a thing. I actually can't say this because the amiibos are a thing that exists. So they already do that. I'm not even sure one exists for stories. I mean, it probably does, right? But yeah, it's crazy. Capcom has been doing that way too much. Adding DLC stuff. Amiibo is just with an extra few steps and a triple price. Yeah. I was watching Peeves play through, the one that I raided into the last time we played Zelda. And he sometimes uses the amiibo and such, right? And then I saw like Epona was behind an amiibo, the original outfit was behind an amiibo, and I was like, no! Why? I'm actually surprised they still push Amiibo to the scene nowadays. Oh, really? I mean, it is the extra thingy. Well, rejoice, all Breath of the Wild Amiibo outfits are available in the wild in Tears of the Kingdom, and Amiibo serves another purpose there. Oh. What is the Amiibo doing in Tears of the Kingdom then? Like weapons or what? That would be arguably even worse. I'll click Steam away. There we go. Still locking Epona and some customization thing you haven't seen yet? Oh. Is it like actual game mechanics that they put behind it? Because that would be really stupid. If it's only visual, then that's fine. Visual? Oh, okay. I mean, everything Nintendo is overpriced anyways. But I guess if you look at Capcom, you can't really say anything else. But also speedrun saving with the Daruk amiibo, that is crazy. So if you wanna speedrun the game, you need to have the Daruk amiibo? What? Hello Peter, hello. Welcome. Saving like 15 seconds with a 13% chance, that's quite a high chance. Yeah, that's quite insane. Oh, the new Resident Evil is also 70. Oh my god. I was like, let me check that, because I know a friend of mine is definitely gonna play that one. Oh, and then the Deluxe also has a costume. Oh, 5 costumes, 4 weapon skins, filters. Okay, charms. And some extra lore and stuff. Alright. We get to see Leon Aura Farm, so it's 100% worth it, right? Oh man, Leo, yeah. I mean, I'm looking forward to watching my friend play it, but I'm not gonna play it. No. Oh, oops, sorry if that picked up really loud on the microphone. Here we go. Yeah. There we go. I mean, it's kind of crazy if you look at it now. Gaming, especially with the RAM prices and GPU prices going up together with it again, it's becoming a, how do you call it? It's becoming like a privileged hobby almost, right? How am I doing? I'm doing good. How about you? I hope you had a nice weekend. Exploder! Hello! Ripolode, are you lost? Welcome to the chat. I'm hoping the whole OpenAI situation leads to fire sales of RAM so I can get some cheap ones. That's a dream and a half right there. Woo, same. Yeah. I'm doing fine, thanks. Good, good. We'll take fine. Fine is good. Hello, Andre. Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. I'm spending my money on Rift-bound cards. Me disparaging over the prices of games. Meanwhile, Exploda just swiping the card for cards, yeah. Different ends. Not much a dream anymore with this morning news. Oh, what was on the morning news? I don't really keep up with everything that was going on. We chillin' with chat? Yeah. Yeah, normally the people on... oh, I don't know what happened there. Normally the people on YouTube get like my stream after the yapping session. I always do this yapping session with people on Twitch, because when you stream on YouTube you need to put in the thumbnail and everything already. So I try to make the YouTube channel be only my playthroughs, but I always yap before I stream. So yeah, today I was like, we can just have like a little yap with both, with Twitch and YouTube. AI is like old PCs. All computers early on use a lot of shit power, but they will get better with everything, RAM and energy. Yeah. I wanna build a deck, but it had 3 $80 cards in it, and that's just 3 cards. That reminds me of my Magic the Gathering days, yeah. They could declare bankruptcy towards the end of 2026 or 2027, as the last 2 years have been vastly unprofitable. For what? Like the AI stuff, or what? Because you said there was some morning news? For as far as I know, and I don't read much of news, RAM prices were going through the roof because they all needed it for like AI processing factories and stuff like that. I saw it this morning on the news. Yeah, but what was on the news? Like, what was the article about? I mean, I can Google it if you want, but let's see. AI news. I'm just seeing like the whole Greenland issue, but there's a lot of AI news. Help me out here. Because if I like type like latest news on AI today, I'm like, oh dear lord, there's so much. OpenAI bankruptcy. Let's see. OpenAI bankruptcy. Oh, they've been investing too much and pretty much got too little reward back or what? Raising concerns about its long-term viability. Alright. So they bought a bunch to expand and now it's actually not bringing back enough money for them. Interesting. Over the next 18 months could run out of money. I mean, I don't think AI is gonna go away, and as much as I don't like AI, this makes everyone dumber. And it replaces people for like creative purposes, which is always not a good thing, I think. But this is just one company. I mean, the move with RAM was dumb as hell. They pre-ordered RAM that doesn't exist yet with money they don't even have. That sounds like people wanting NVIDIA GPUs. And they're not helping the situation when they already aren't profitable. Yeah. The thing is like OpenAI is from Microsoft, right? And I am no expert, nowhere near on AI. I'm saying this up front, right? But I do know that in the same way that Twitch isn't profitable for like a really long time already, but Amazon is standing behind it, they can hemorrhage it, right? And that is the question. Can they hemorrhage it or not? It's a tough thing. Because we have like the massive AI coming up, right? It kind of blew out of proportion over the last year or two. Of course, it was already prevalent in a lot of things in life, but nowhere near on like the surface like how it is now. And it certainly is here to stay, sadly. I don't see it ever going away. But yeah. It's kind of a matter of like how we deal with everything. How we deal with AI. And nobody in the world is kind of coming together and being like, oh yeah, no, this is the line and we're not going to use it for this. Or this is the line or that or such. So yeah, that's concerning. And as much as probably the next person, I want to be like, oh my god, AI is gonna crash and it will be gone. I don't think OpenAI crashing and bleeding will make all the other AI companies be like, oh, no, we're not gonna do this anymore. I'm just a little AI hater, to be honest. I mean, I don't blame you for that. But I also want to see the RAM price go down. Yeah. The RAM price thing is only because there's like a massive shortage now, right? of course, companies is gonna adjust and try to make RAM to get to the supply and demand, right? They're gonna try to make the demand that people are gonna have, but so over time it will probably stabilize. Will it ever go down to where it was? I'm not so sure. I don't know. Like, I can't see the future either, right? But it will stabilize. It's kind of like why bigger MMOs and such can't really, or couldn't during COVID and such, couldn't expand their servers because the people that were making the nuts and bolts, to call it like that, for the servers were pretty much just like not having the resources and everything. So yeah, I'm begging for it to go down to how it was. I am afraid it will never go back to what it was, due to processing powers and how things are being done now. And you also see in games are starting to ask for more and more CPU, so yeah. So the demand is already going up in different places, right? Not only AI companies, but also gamers and just in general machines needing it. And if there is a higher demand, then the supply is going to go down, which will increase a cost because there is a deficient. That's just how the market works. It will never go down the same way unless they will pop up a new company that will start producing the RAM. Yeah, exactly. The only way RAM is gonna go down is maybe that somewhere in some country they will find a way to very cheaply produce it, which is also on the same level as the RAM that we have now quality-wise. And then they can even out the demand. Or even give more supply than there is demand. And then the price will go down. I don't see it happen though. But yeah, you never know what happens in the future. And to a just wait, China will probably try to do it at some point. Yeah, that's true, right? This I wanted to like bring up the situation of like mobile phones. Mobile phones are very expensive nowadays because we continuously keep asking more and more of our mobile phones, right? And then you have flagship companies who put like an extra fucking zero almost behind your mobile and how much it's gonna cost. Even though there are like Chinese companies or other companies that provide not about the same quality, but close to the same quality to like for a cheaper price, right? And people will still keep buying more expensive or such. Because either it's like brand loyalty, or they don't trust the quality, or other reasons, right? I don't know if it's still up to date, but the whole RAM news was exploding. I think I heard the phone production downgrading components. Yeah. And with a lot of technology, you can actually route it back to like a source that is often the same companies, even though they are like, they are named Samsung or iPhone or LG or whatever, right? They all use the same two baseline source components. I think it's very much in OLED. OLED, you have two different OLED panels on the market, as far as I now know, since I bought my Super Ultra Wide. which is like a half a year ago. And they either being produced by like the Sony pipeline or the Samsung pipeline, to put it like that, right? But any other company that uses OLED panels, they have either or OLED panel. The only difference is like the exterior or the other quality of like the hardware and such being used for it. And then of course the brand name to it, right? And we're gonna see the same thing in like we already see the same thing with mobile phones, that people still go for the old and trusted that they know, even though maybe a newer brand comes up with a cheaper like a cheaper mobile phone or cheaper hardware or whatever, but they just don't dare to take that bet because people are too little informed of what is actually making up their whatever they are buying, like their mobile phone or their RAM or whatever. They don't know where it comes from. While if you search into it further and further, you often see that a lot of the same components are being used to create whatever, and it's just a different brand name being stamped on it. And we're gonna have the same issue with RAM as well. Because you can buy normal RAM, or you can buy the RAM with RGB on it, or the Corsair name on it, or like literally anything, right? And sure, there's definitely a difference between like cheaper RAM and more expensive RAM due to like how they process and route their packets and everything like that. But most people won't look into that. The screens iPhone use, they are produced by Samsung. Yeah, like for example, right? Yeah. Because like Sony and Samsung have like a monopoly in that market. I fear the day I'll have to change phones. I'm so used and confident with my current one. I generally don't want to upgrade it. At the same time, it'll be outdated. Yeah. Yeah. Like my mom had a Huawei or Huawei or whatever. How the hell you? In our country we butcher every freaking name. But yeah, and she needed to swap over to. I think she bought like a new Samsung. I'm not sure. I don't keep up. But I needed to fix something on her phone, naturally, because she's older and doesn't know how technology works. So of course she asks me. I am literally the walking phone help desk at this point. I'm glad that I'm living at my own place in my own house and everything. Otherwise, every day I would be like, Solo, help me with this. Right? And it was like a stupid question of like a Facebook app or whatever that I myself don't even use. So yeah. Oh. But yes, she needed to change phone because her phone was too old that she couldn't be on government apps anymore. Because the government app wouldn't be supporting such an old phone system anymore. And I was like, oh, that is so shitty. So in the end she upgraded her phone, even though the phone wasn't even that bad. And my phone as well, right? Like, that's kind of sad and shitty. Yeah, like a lot of technology in like our country is very very up to date with technology, but it also enforces these kind of things, sadly. Right, where everything we need to do for the government or like payment or whatever, you can pretty much do through phone apps or through internet or whatever. You don't need to send like a paper copy anymore or stuff like that you do need when you are in Germany or something. So it has its benefits, but also when the companies are like, we're not supporting old versions of your system anymore, then it's like, what the fuck? And that's happening more and more with phone. The phone that I use is a pretty old phone as well. And if I want to use a phone for like my Vtuber or actively capturing the facial movements and everything that you see here, I would need an iPhone as well. Because iPhone technology on facial recognition and such is just so superior to anything else that it makes a significant stark difference in how it can function together with facial recognition programs that we have for VTubers and such. But I never used an iPhone. And I kind of I don't have anything against like iPhone or Android. I don't fucking care about that whole drama, like in the console war and everything. Use what you want to use, but I don't want to swap over from years and years of using Android to using an iPhone. Like I don't like change. I'm autistic enough to say that. Oh. So yeah, going from like it's like with people when they got forced to go like to Windows 11 or something, right? I don't know which one is being phased out, but a friend of mine was complaining about it. That they didn't want it to swap to the next Windows, and I fully 100% understand them. So yeah. I swapped to Android because I wanted to try the Fold. I love Fold phones, man. I so hope they make such big strides in folded phones because it is so cool what they are doing with it. And the Huawei 3-fold phone that almost is like tablet size when you fully fold it out, that is crazy. I love it. I really love that. I really hope that technology is taking, yeah. I low-key want that, yeah, me too. Do you have like 3,000 laying around to like give it to buy that? And the fact that if any fucking little grain of sand gets in between that, because the folding screen is like semi-plastic, right? So the scratches are, oh my god. It's so easy to get scratches on those screens. Swap to an iPhone is like putting on handcuffs. It does everything, but if you use Android for long enough, then you will probably miss out on a lot of functions. Yeah, it's tricky, right? Like people that their whole life have been using iPhone also kind of say the same. So yeah. Not after I built a deck. Like a 2,000 euro card deck. Oh god. Yeah. You better like sleeve up your cards real fucking well. They are probably overwhelmed by the amount of useless features. I have no idea. Which there are a lot of them. It's like getting an installed Windows on like a prefactored PC where you need to uninstall Norton antivirus and everything. Oh my lord. Like I had that with my previous phone as well. Like my previous phone was working totally fine. I didn't need a new phone. The thing is like the battery was just dying. And I hate that shit. Why can't I just replace the battery? Let me just replace the battery. But no, I need to buy a whole new ass phone that I only call and text and sit on Discord and browse Reddit or whatever like websites or a bunch of like manga on my phone. I don't need a high processing thing to play gacha games or something. Or like a rotoscoping camera that can do the newest fucking selfie technology or whatever. I don't need all of that. But I am like paying for everything like that because all the new phones come with that shit. It's not that hard to replace a battery on a phone as people actually think. I've done it. The thing is like getting the battery. That's the hardest issue. Because I can replace my battery on this phone as well. I have a what is it called? It's not a Pixel, but it's the one that came before the Pixel. The OnePlus. I have a OnePlus, but like I can buy the battery. The thing is like, if I want to have a battery, it needs to come from like an old version of the thing, right? They are different brands. I mean, they both made by Google, right? Or it's like, I don't want to get into semantics of it, all right? It's OnePlus is amazing, but the customer service is shit. Any customer service is shit. When I had an issue with my Samsung TV, it was the worst. But then if I wanted to set up my Apple TV, and I actually called in the Apple TV help desk, which I had like absolutely no like any, how do you say that? I had no hope for it. But for one, I got actually a really good person on the line that helped me within like 20 minutes. Well, I'm not a fan of iPhone, but at least they have their service actually very well done. Or like Apple, I say. I'm not like a fan of Apple, but actually their service is really good. Because they legit went like, oh yeah, no, this is a fault on our end and you could not have fixed this, so I will fix it on our end and try to log in now. And I logged in and it worked and I was like, thank you so much. And don't start on me on like outsourcing help desk and such, because that is the literal worst. Where they just outsource it to a company somewhere in middle of fucking nowhere and you can't even understand them and they're just following like a manual that they get and they can't even get into the systems. They're just trying to waste your time pretty much. Oh yeah, we'll put up a ticket. You'll hear back from us in like 3 fucking working weeks. It's, yeah. You can buy them brand new from the manufacturer itself. I wonder if I can with my mobile phone. Because I can actually replace my battery. That's also one of the reasons why I got this phone. Outside of, I never had issues with OnePlus. And every time I drop my phone on the ground, it survived. So, they are sturdy. That's... Like, maybe I'll do that. Like, it was so annoying when I was with my previous partner and they were like really much in iPhone, everything Apple and everything. And I can't care two shits about it. Like, I don't care if the toilet you're sitting on is made of gold, silver, or whatever, right? If it just functions and I can sit on it while I just sit and go to the toilet, it's doing the thing that I want it to do. What I'm doing with my phone is calling and sending a message, scroll Discord on the internet, and that's it. Right? That's what I want it for. I don't play 300 gachas, so I don't need it to last me like a massive amount of Snapdragon processing power or something. So yeah, maybe I'm weird for that, right? Because the majority of people that are buying a mobile phone are in China that play gacha games on their breaks. But yeah, I don't need all that shit. So... And he was very much, no, if you get like a new phone, because he saw that my phone was having 1 day of battery life, and it was kind of annoying. But at the same time, I don't really sit much on my phone to begin with, so I don't necessarily need that much battery life for now. And on top of that, I never leave my home, so whenever I am at home, I have my what you call it, the recharger. I have my charger here. The only time it's now becoming an issue is because I'm using my phone for streaming, right? iPhone is like the bait for people. A lot of Brazilians get into debt just to have an iPhone. Oh yeah, I have like 20 monthly payments. Yeah, peer pressure just for ego. Well done. Well, brands. I mean, you can say that is dumb, and I agree that it is dumb, and you should always go with like the best quality for whatever you want out of whatever you're buying, right? But brand loyalty and sadly brands having a certain status, that's the word I was searching for, is a very real thing. In Korea, brand status is insane. And I remember in the 2000s we had like Dolce & Gabbana and everything, and like Louis Vuitton plastered over everything. iPhones here are like 15, 16K. What? I know technology and such is really expensive in Brazil, on top of like all the other stuff. While other huge quality phones are like 2-3K, Jesus Christ. The only status they have is that they're expensive and that you can flex, hey, I have an expensive phone. I mean, yeah. That is the whole thing. Like, hey, I can buy this very expensive thing. Why do you think people buy Rolex? Like the watch? Because they can show off that they have a very expensive watch on their arm. Minimum wage is 1.6K. Ooh. Yeah, and they just take like what, a down payment of like 56 different months or something. I was baffled when I was in Brazil and I found out that you could buy a mattress on monthly down payment. I was like, huh? Because here in the Netherlands, we don't have down payments. Nowadays, we have a tiny bit of down payments, but otherwise you're just too poor. Just save up. Yeah, you guys can pay literally everything with down payments. I was so surprised when I saw that. It was alien to me that was like a thing. Down payments is such a debt trap. Yeah, it is. Because you're always paying interest. Here in the Netherlands, if they make commercials for... Well, they're not allowed to make commercials for loans anymore, but when they did make commercials about loans, they always needed to show that it is with interest and you always spend more money than you loan. But now they're not even allowed to make commercials anymore for it anymore. Yeah, it's crazy. What is it like? The first time I kind of was like confused about this when I found out that people have multiple credit cards. And that they pay off one credit card with the other. Right? I'm like, but if you don't have the money, you just don't have the money. Like, it was such a foreign concept for me. People in Brazil is like, yeah, I can pay 15 times 100 for 1,000 items. Like, bro lost 50%. Yeah. Yeah. I don't pay my credit card off because I don't let it go down. How do you mean that? Because, like, the concept of credit cards having, like, a certain amount that you can use is absolutely foreign to me. Because the credit cards in my country, like our credit cards that are from our banks, are linked to our own own bank, right? Your own bank account that you have. And I can't go in the minus. I have that turned off. So yeah. Like, sure, you have like what is it, American Express and all that stuff, but I don't use that thing. I don't use those. So yeah. I mean, I just use the money I have, and I don't use the money I don't have. Ah, okay. That's called a debit card, not like a credit card. Yeah. You're right. Yeah, you're right, Luan. Yeah. No, my previous partner had like 3 credit cards, and he was in serious debt. And I was like, ain't gonna work out if you're in this situation and you're not gonna do anything about the situation, right? It's because you're just accumulating more and more interest. Because I asked him, like, what are you doing to pay this off? And he was like, well, I'm not thinking about that now because I'd rather just make a lot of money with my new job and then pay it all off in one go. And I was like, okay, so you're continuously accumulating more debt. Good to know. I don't know how to say that, but that's good for the bank. Yeah, I know. Yeah, for the bank, you're getting more and more interest. Yeah, it wouldn't be me. Working at a bank. Yeah, I was about to say, Mr. Banker over here. The banks want to suck your money. Yeah, because they invest that money, right? So if you keep pulling out more money, as a bankman, I would be happy to hear what he was saying. You guys. I don't want my partner. I don't have a partner, all right, but I don't want my partner to be in debt. I'm a very responsible, kind of too responsible with my money type of person, right? Whenever I make a big purchase that is over 80 euros, I am sitting in the checkout for half an hour, convincing myself that I can it's okay to spend this money on myself. Even though I can easily afford it, right? I still have the mental dilemma. Yeah, same. Yeah, I come from a humble family. Well, a poor family, to say it like that. But yeah. Hey, Jalissa, welcome in. We yappin', yeah, we yappin'. You can send me your money to look after. Do you have interest rate though? What is your interest rate, Jalissa? Buy Jalissa stocks now. Minus 100? I'm not so sure about that one. Send some too, I won't give it back, but no interest either. At least Neoshuvi is honest about it. And that's a mate rate? Yeah, that's the friend price. Oh my goodness. This music is very fitting for this. You are ridiculous. What are the regular rates? If you send me like €2, I guess I can buy a house. My €2 is like 10 in 10 in your currency or something like that, right? Man, when I went on holiday to Brazil, I already needed to watch out for my wallet. I think it's like 12. Oh my god. I'm rich in Brazil. Sign up for my paid newsletter. And before you start selling like inspirational whatever blogs or PDFs or something that I see some bloggers or such do. Information or like layouts or visual layouts that you can get from the internet and then they sell it in their own freaking store. Crazy. How to be a good person. Formation of 3 minutes but costing 300. Yeah. It is ridiculous. It is ridiculous, that kind of stuff. Nowadays, Brazil have lots of those scams. Oh god. Hey kid, wanna buy my meme coin? I mean, serious coin. I mean, give me your money. I mean, what? Yeah. Okay, chat, listen up. Chat, I'm gonna open a fund. And, you all can support me. Alright, I'm having a tough time at home, and I need your help, right? Because I can't. I'm not good with saving money. I mean, like I have a tough time because I spent like 2,000 too much last month. I mean, I like it's really rough. I'm like eating noodles and everything, and I can't manage anymore, guys. It's so please. Scroll down to my throne and then no, just kidding. Like, how can you be like this? I can't. Like, sure, if you have like a financial disaster happen to you, it can happen to everyone, right? I helped previous friends that had I spent too much money. Chat, yeah, that's literally it. That's pretty much it, right? And I had friends that had really rough times because they lost their job. And then they had a really rough time making ends meet. And I gave them money for quite a few months, and I don't care. Like, if I give money to friends, I don't ever expect that money to come back. Right? It's my own choice to giving you that money, and it's kind of like a gift. I don't... It's just whatever at that point. But if I can make someone's day with that little amount that I can miss... then of course I would help out, right? If you're friends. But I'm never gonna be a person that's gonna be like, yeah, chat, it's be so rough and I just don't know what to do today and having such a hard time meeting the end of my month. It's like, well, the only problem is me swiping my credit card in gacha games or something like that, right? Yeah. What do you even do for a living, Solo? I'm unemployed. I do this for a living. No, just kidding. Like, technically, I do this for a living. And technically, I need that waifu. Yeah, I mean, 2D waifu before 3D waifu, right? Yeah. I'm unemployed because I was in a big accident and fucked my body up. That's pretty much the TLDR to it. So yeah, I have like a whole extra shit that is on top of that why I'm not able to work anymore, to put it like that. But I never want to like push that onto chat. because I want my stream to be like an entertaining place where you can get away from daily life, right? For me, as much as it is a way to connect with you guys and to be away from my daily life as well, right? So I never want to push that stuff on chat. So yeah. You okay? I'm as fine as I can be alive. And I'm very grateful that I can stream to you all and hang out here and have a good time and such, and do silly things in games and whatever I do, right? I'm lucky to live in the country that I live, and they help out with my situation. Yeah. Nice. I'm presently not attached to a permanent position is a better way to say unemployed. I mean, you can say however you want to have that you are in between jobs, or you're taking a mental break for your burnout or whatever. You can phrase it in all nice things that you want to do, but in the end it's just unemployment, right? That's what it is. I don't think unemployed is a bad word to say like that. Are you on YouTube or something as well? I'm always multi-streaming, Jalissa. Or like duo streaming. Yeah, I am. Exploder with the sub. Oh my god. Are you sure? Now I feel like I'm back for the sub. No. Thank you so much for the support though. But yeah. I'm low-key, no, I'm not about to deal with ads. Can fully understand that. Yeah. The command is broken, I think. The YouTube isn't a link. It's not a link? It's supposed to be a link. Is it not a link for you guys? But thank you so much for subscribing to my humble corner of the internet. Welcome to the Pepper Brigade. Enjoy your emotes. Yeah, but it sounds better to a recruiter. Yeah, but I'm not trying to find a new job, right? Like, my CV is pretty stacked, and it has all the nice phrases and everything on it. I had my own marketing company. I do know how to put everything like that. But like, when I'm on Twitch, I'm not trying to be something else. Outside of like, okay, you know, yes, I am not a celestial monk. Oh my goodness. Killing the immersion. I'm so sorry. Current position, Omen part-time admin. He pays me 30% of zero. Yes. Wait, you aren't? Unfollow. I'm so sorry. No, come back. 30% of zero, that's an insane rate. Yeah, I know, right? He's very generous. They are very generous. I'm so sorry, Orman. Yeah. Women are so overpaid these days. Insane comms. Insane comms, Jonathan. Yo, I'm low-key not following. I'm keep it that way. What? That you sub, but you don't follow. I mean, yeah, you do what you do. Live your life how you want. Yeah, I'm a diversity hire on certain mod teams, guys. I'm like, yeah. No, I'm not. And diversity hire should never be a thing. We should just always just hire the person which is not happening in real life, I know, but which is like the most qualified for the job. That's the word I was searching for, qualified. Yeah. I'm always here to be controversial. A woman and animated, yeah. Yeah. I'm like every anime's wet dream. Any anime viewer wet dream. I'm sorry, I don't have the water balloon tits pouncing in your face on the screen though. I'm so sorry. Yeah. You gotta do it with the annoying personality behind the picture. I'm so sorry. We need them. You can always fix that. Are you gonna pay 2k or 3k for me to get one of those expensive models? Yeah. That's the thing. Vtuber models are crazy expensive nowadays. 1k? Just a small loan of 1k, guys. And I like this model. Current model is cozier? Yeah. The 1k incident? Oh no. Also, when I made my intro artwork, I asked the modeler to make the boobs less large. Alright? I asked the artist to make the model's boobs less large. Because I didn't want it to be such a prominent freaking feature in the art. We actually had a lesbian black disabled woman at my old job. The management were the biggest monkas. Oh, that's horrible, man. Uwu, can I get 3 uwu? Yeah, if you give 5 subs, guys, I will do the uwu and the ara-aras. Oh no. The TikTok NPC. Oh, a flower? Thank you for the flower. Thank you for the flower. Thank you for the flower. I can't. It's crazy. I am amazed by the people that do those streams and they do that shit for like multiple hours. When I fell down the NPC streamer rabbit hole is crazy. I was like, what is this? No man, not the TikTok NPC stream. The worst TikTok NPC are the ice cream ones. Good god, never again. What the hell? The ice cream? What is that? It's like when you give like ice cream and they do like an ice cream lick or whatever. What do I need to imagine with this? You know? I like when they break character. Yeah, it's kind of, it is funny when that happens. Okay, lurking, leg day, wish me luck. You can do it, Jalisso! Put the box emote, the chair emotes in chat for Jalisso. There you go. TikTok NPC ice cream so good. Yes, yes, yes. Might be the right term for a search. Oh my god. Yeah, boxy. Yeah, you guys have. It's a cheer emote, but you guys have one, alright. It's the box emote. Have you? I renamed it as well, right? Booksy mode. We don't have booksy mode. I can read you a bedtime story. Let me see here. In today's journaling, I saw. Oh no, you've been really shitty. Yeah, no bedtime story for you. You didn't eat your vegetables. Nah. Why the fuck do you have this? Because I wanted to make content on YouTube reading stories to people. That's why I have them. Anyways, I'm going to bed now. Good night, dude. Sleep well, Peter, and thank you for tuning in. Have a good rest. Have a good rest. We should have a knitting version, though. I did knit. I did a lot of knitting in my life. But we don't have a knitting one. Yeah. I can also sit down. And be like cozy with chat, right? The granny tutorial? You guys are horrible. I think I'm a tad too large on the screen now. Yeah. There we go. Ooh. But yeah, I kind of wanted to do like a co-working stream today, but I thought, you know what? We're just gonna yap with chat. Otherwise I needed to like set up the whole like freaking table and everything again. I think we might do co-working co-working stream tomorrow. Yeah. Yo, the deck is actually only 350, might be back. Which deck? Exploder got money to spend. You mean like the Steam Deck? The one I want. Oh, the card deck. I was so confused for a moment. The Riftbound deck. Yeah, only 350. Jesus Christ. As if it's nothing. Kaiser deck. Oh. You do competitive, like do tourneys? Not yet, but you want to. Alright. Is it online cards or actual physical cards? I just go to my local card shop to play. So it's physical. Yeah. Physical's nice. But you can play online. Yeah. I know the game. That's why I was like, is it physical in the game or not? Yeah, I went to local card shops as well to play like booster tourneys for Magic the Gathering back in the day as well. We would like buy a booster set and then from there you make a deck and you do like a tourney with other people. But now now everyone plays online. Sadly. I need to run to the toilet, guys. So give me a moment to run to the toilet. Bit of a... I am back. There we go. Welcome back, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yes. Oh. So yeah, tomorrow only co-working stream. Because I also kind of want to work further on like my diamond painting. And I also thought of like, we can make the Pomo 30 minutes. And then 10-minute break. So we can yap a bit more. Because last time we did 25. And then 5-minute break, right? But we weren't really... I felt like if in between the breaks, when I was kind of chatting a bit with chat, then it was so quickly over that I was like, oh no. And I can also do 25 with 5-minute break, and then on like the third break we can yap for a little longer, but I don't know. So I feel like 30-10 is quite nice, because then if we do 6 pomos, we have 3 hours of actual work that you put in, and then across it 1 hour of like break time. So in total it's then 4 hours, which I think is quite is yeah, more balanced, right? Yeah, that was the idea. I'm trying to find like the right balance, because I see a lot of co-working streams having like 50-10, but 50 minutes focus is just, yeah, no. Like that's really long. But I noticed last time when we did co-working, it was like I got so much done in the 3 hours that we did it, and I felt so proud of myself, even though that's kind of silly, but I was really happy. It feels good to be productive. It's like 380 according to this website, but I already have one of the 80 cards because I got lucky. And is it like a high-end deck that you're going for? Or how expensive are certain decks that are in competition range, I would say, right? It's the best deck in the game. Oh, okay. Okay. Until the next set. Yeah. What type of deck is it? Is it like a token build deck, or a trap deck, or straight buffing of your unit deck, or where? It's a spell deck? Oh, that's cool. Yeah, I always avoid card game type of games because I know I will go down in the rabbit hole again. So it's like for my own wallet, I stay away from it. But I do think it's like really cool when people play like card games and such again, so yeah. Holy, oh yeah, that's like monthly allowance for, or like a monthly payment for Luan right there. $80. Yep. No, I'm kidding. It's a lot though. It has a deck that has an answer to everything? That sounds so broken though. Did they just make a mistake with releasing those things? Because then if the next if the next set is gonna come out, then they need to deal with that, which you get like massive power creep issues. I mean, it is Kaisha. I do. Let me Google. Draven is even more broken. What the hell? And he's the next set? Yeah, so you're just gonna get like more broken and more broken and more broken. You may pay 1 as an additional cost to have me enter ready. When I conquer, I draw 1. What the? Units that make you draw cards are so strong. Or when you can cycle through your cards and put them back in the deck again or something like that. Let's see, I'm trying to find the card. But there's a lot of different cards. Look up Glorious Execution. Okay. Glorious Executioner English. Oh, do you like flip the card? Oh no. I opened the website and now I see a bunch of cards and I am lost. Oh, here. Pressure. Wait, this is not the right one. This is the survivor one. That's a different one, right? Legends are like passives? Oh god. Huh. Oh. Wait, do they have like a rank up system? Or search? Why am I allowed to find like... Oh, here. I could send the deck real quick so you can see... Oh no. I can click the message, it's fine. I see. When you win a combat, you draw 1. You win if only your units remain after combat. Oh, okay. and then overnumbered. What the hell? Why does it have different arts? Or is it like a foil art? Oh, it's just different artists. Okay. Yeah, they have alt arts? Oh, okay, nice. When I win a combat, play a gold gear token exhausted. When I attack or defend, you may pay... What is it? Fury rune? Yeah, Fury rune. If you do, give me +2 attack, I guess. This turn? Okay. Kasha alt art is like 1200. Oh, what, the card itself? Because it's like a rare thingy? Oh, here it is, Kasha. Ooh. Oh, it's a green art. Okay. Yeah, it reminds me very much of like the Planeswalkers in Magic the Gathering, and then at a certain point they added like the scroll cards, which were cards that went through like different turns themselves. So every turn you would progress your card. Oh god. Because the Wizards of the Coast? Yeah, Wizards of the Coast is just like trying to deal with the power creep, but yeah. That's the thing with like card games, right? Once you have printed the set and released it, you can't go back and do like meta adjustments to the power level and such like that, so yeah. I'm gonna click this page away because I'm one of those people that likes to collect cards for artwork as well, so away, nice artwork, away. There's a card that people were reading wrong and it was more broken if they read it right. What? Oh god. No man, marathon release in 2 months. Did they give a date? We actually have a date now. Oh boy. Really? 5 March? Oh yeah. Yeah, an hour ago. Okay. $40! They're competing with Arc Raiders. I mean, Arc is also 40, right? Pre-order is out? Oh no. It got leaked? The Bungie classic. Oh no. The card is called Blood Rush. It just gives your unit a strong buff, but people thought that it was for this turn only, but it wasn't. Oh, it was permanent? No. Oh yeah, that's a mistake and a half. Xbox leaked it. And they made it public. How many times have the Sony what is it? The Sony store or the Xbox store leak Bungie stuff? It's insane how many times they did that. If I had a nickel for every time this happened. Yeah, every time, right? How many times they didn't do that? At this point, I think it's just more intentional. I can't believe how incompetent their security must be then. And the pre-order stuff for Destiny is ass. Oh, naturally you get stuff in Destiny. You got like a sparrow, right? They put like a marathon sparrow in there. I did see those leaks like a year ago or something. And like a ghost shell, probably. In March? So what other games come out in March? Let's see, 2026 game releases. March. Fatal Frame. Wait, is this 20? Okay, Monster Hunter Stories. Crimson Desert, Dynasty Warriors 3. Okay, not too bad. What comes out in... Oh, in February? Yo, Unemployment Simulator? What? Oh, My Hero Academia game. Neo 3. Blast Blue. Mario Tennis. Styx. YS. Tides of Tomorrow, Tales of Berseria remastered, even though why would that need a remaster? Oh, the Resident Evil Requiem comes out in February, the end of February, and they want to compete with that? Oh. Oh, yo, Pragmata comes out in April. Yeah. I want to play that one. Oh, you sent on Discord. Let's see. That looks horrible. It's like a really horrible looking sparrow, and I guess a ghost shell. And what the hell is that? Oh, a ship. It's supposed to be a ship, right? Yeah. A shoebox, a webcam, and a blender. I mean, yeah, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. It looks very boxy and everything, but that's also the art style of Marathon, right? I think this is gonna be like such a game that's not gonna be popular, man. Yeah, that's this. I don't know about this one, Chief. Well, it has the previous executive from Valorant behind it as well, right? So. Also, D2 big update was supposed to be released like 3 or March. Oh, you mean like the next expansion? But they would never do it in the same time as Marathon launching, right? Because they don't want to... As a company, I wouldn't overlap those things. You kind of want to funnel, even though your Destiny players are probably not really loot, like extraction shooter players, you don't want to... You kind of want to funnel them into Marathon a tiny bit at least. It's not like a new DLC, just a free update. Oh, a free update? I always say this to a friend of mine that plays Genshin Impact. But MiHoYo, the company that does Genshin Impact, or Honkai Impact, Sandless Zone Zero... What is the other one that they have? Star Rail. They funnel their people around in those games. Whenever there's a dead moment in one game, the other game has something going on. So they keep people in the quote-unquote MiHoYo loop across all games. Maybe they got nothing to lose? Well... Or if they delay more, they lose all hype. I mean... They have everything to lose. Because if Marathon is not gonna do well, Bungie is gonna go bankrupt. Or, well, they're not gonna go bankrupt. Sony will take over. because they are acquisitioned by Sony. I have no idea what Marathon is, except it sounds Destiny related. It is a extraction shooter made by the Bungie developers. Yeah. Purely PvP, PvE. So it's like let's say the shooting of Destiny and Halo and such, but then in Marathon. In like an extraction shooter place. And the visual is very modern, bold colors, very abstract and boxy. Yeah. The trailer and mini movie that they made was the most interesting thing, I would say, from that whole, like the whole game. So yeah. Destiny will be like 5+ months without new content. I mean, there's nothing different these days, right? The art is like the Cybertruck from Tesla. I can't even deny that, because that's so true. It's like if you would airbrush only the certain spots of the fucking... That's so true. That's horrible. What a horrible comparison, but it's so true. Yeah. I mean, of course I hope it's a success, but I don't think nowadays people are waiting for a PvP, PvE extraction shooter. And they're like straight up competing with Arc Raiders. I played one of the demos and was dog shit. Yeah, the old demo was dog shit. And I honestly wonder if they can even make something good out of it. It just looked like... What is the raid on Europa again we have in Destiny? Deepstone Crypt, right? Yeah, it looked like a modern Deepstone Crypt. On Earth. That's how the visual looked. I mean, at least the runners are kind of interesting, but we yeah, I don't know. I felt like they took too long to develop this game, and they kind of lost the hype moment of extraction shooters. Where they could have released it where nobody was kind of doing the gun feel and everything that they were doing. But now we have Arc Raiders from the developers of the finals, which is really solid. Which is also a very dedicated dev team. And you can't really say that of Bungie these days. No need to downplay my Deepstone Crypt like that. Yeah, I love Deepstone Crypt as well, but you gotta admit that Deepstone Crypt and things from Neo Muna and everything like that is being reused ad nauseum. Like over and over for the new stuff. Heck, even if you look at Kepler and now the Star Wars expansion Renegades, right? All those structures and everything are reused assets. Not gonna lie, but Arc Raiders will make more people play Marathon. Yeah, true. True, because people love Arc Raiders, they will try out Marathon. The thing is, like, I don't think the people that like Arc Raiders with how gorgeous Arc Raider looks are gonna like Marathon. But I might be wrong, right? I hope it's gonna do well, because then maybe they will put more effort into Destiny. Or Destiny 3. Sure. Like, it would be a real shame if Bungie as a studio will be absolved in Sony completely. Like Marathon is an FPS, so it's probably have a better gunplay experience. I mean, that's... Well, Arc Raiders is also an FPS. Oh wait, no, your first person shooter. That is true. Arc Raiders is third person, right? Yeah. If the PvP is even like 10% better than D2, they might have a chance. Yeah. But that's the thing, it's PvP, PvE. You know? It's not like a full PvP game, which I feel like they should have just doubled down on. The only thing that didn't get me to play Arc Raiders is the third person. Okay, fair enough. Would you play an extraction shooter if it was like first person then, Proker? Yeah? Does it matter what kind of visuals it has? Because Marathon is kind of very specific. And they have like different runners with abilities. She has something to recommend. Well, I mean, like Marathon is that, right? I'm kind of interested in the PUBG one that's coming out. Oh yeah, that's true. PUBG is also still on that stuff, right? Yeah. I mean, Proker, maybe then Marathon is something for you. The thing is, I'm saying like those types of games for me would only be fun with friends. And I really love the gun feel and everything of Destiny. I think that is still unbeatable. But yeah. I'm not 100% sold on the visual of Marathon. How it looks. Like it's not that I go like, oh yeah, I really want to play that. Because it looks that way. Soluna, the best bolt charge titan in the net. Hey, it was just because Arc Titan was just so dumb that season, alright? Me neither though, it does have a vibe somehow. Yeah, I know what you mean, Proker. And at one hand, I'm like... When I got a key for it, I was like, I'm fine on trying it. In the end, I gave my key away to another person that was more dedicated to extraction shooters. But yeah. That wasn't the best Bolt Charge season, by the way. No, of course, we had better seasons, but it was still really strong. I had a key and never downloaded the initial beta. Ah. Why didn't you tell me? The thing is, like, I played a lot of Arma PvP back in the day, and I really like... I was this close, and I'm holding my fingers like a millimeter from each other. I was this close on buying Tarkov when the whole Tarkov thing happened, because I do really like the concept of the PvP extraction shooters. It's just yeah, you need to spend like a lot of time in it and such. Well, the game looked very bad. Do you mean Marathon or on like the initial beta, you mean? Yeah, on the initial beta it was very clunky. Yeah, initial beta of Marathon, so I didn't want to playtest. Yeah, fair enough, fair enough. I playtested enough in Destiny that is bars right there. Yeah, that's true. 100% true. Yep. I also wonder what they're gonna do for like their monetization, right? Because clearly you're gonna have different runners So the runners will be monetized, or you can unlock them by playing, maybe. And then the skins and everything, probably, right? And you have like a season pass and whatever else. But you need to make the game interesting enough for people to actually play for that season pass. And I think they only have like 2 maps, right? Which is also like, And it's not like those maps are really, really big. So yeah, I wonder. It's 4 maps? They have 4. Okay, I take my words back. Okay, 4 maps is kind of alright. Yeah. But yeah, Bungie has lost a lot of goodwill. So I wonder... Like, of course I want Bungie to do well. But, yeah. I'm not gonna, like, you can pre-order it now, but I'm not gonna pre-order. Fuck that. I'll see how it is when it comes out, and then if I'm like, yeah, I wanna play it, I'll get it, but... There's absolutely 0 reason to pre-order anything Bungie related. I think all the runners are free. Because the game is paid. Then what is their monetization? Only cosmetics? Really? That would be very surprising if it's only cosmetics. I will wait for initial gameplay and Shinra's opinion. Yeah. That's a good one. Because if he isn't playing, then I won't happen. Yeah, that's very true. That's also why I say, like, I'm fine if I want to play with you guys or something, but... Like, I would only play that game with friends. Probably just skins, yeah, and a season pass. Yeah, well, you then playing the skins in the season. Well, it's kind of like Valorant, I guess. Then that way. Like, if they are smart, they put the runners behind. Behind that you can pay for them to unlock them or get currency in the game through the past or something. Or by doing your dailies or stuff like that to eventually unlock the runner. But if you wanna have the runner now, you can swipe your card. You know, like Rainbow Six Siege does. How Valorant does. I mean, it's the executive of Valorant that is working on it, so I reckon it will have the same thing. Probably new runners are in the past. Oh, that would be really shitty. Good old Destiny Season Pass unlocks for €100. Yeah. So the game will be 40. And then the Season Pass that they have will be 15 or 20. And then on top of that they have cosmetics. And yeah. It's crazy. $1 billion business, yeah. I mean, it's not like extraction shooters aren't really popular. They are. Like, PUBG was really popular as well before the whole, like, bots and such. Oh, shit. Destiny 2 and cheating? Oh, man. Even outside if the game is good or not, that is the main issue that's gonna make or break this game. how easy can you cheat in it, and how hard are people gonna get banned for it? Because now if you cheat in PvP in Destiny 2, you have free reign for like a good solid 6 months or something. It's day 2 cheating, I mean, yeah. People were already cheating on the beta, yeah. When I opened the beta and I got the battle eye pop up, yeah, but people can... I said it's over, they can get around that shit. Wait, are they using their own battle eye? Or is it just the same system as Destiny 2 for the detection? Because that's gonna be horrible. I mean, battle eye's ass. Yeah, it is. Oh god. Like it's over because it's gonna be full of cheaters. Yeah, that's gonna be... that would be really sad. I don't know how Arc Raiders is doing. Or like... if it's still like very popular or something, but... let's see. How many people are now streaming Arc Raiders? 85k viewers! Holy, okay. Pretty sure it's all full of cheaters. Are you just saying that just because you're hating on the game? Or you actually know Luan? Because you shouldn't just say that out of nowhere. 341k people in game. I mean, yeah. Like, how many people are still playing the finals, Neo Shuvi? How many people are in game on Steam for the finals? $16k. Yeah, and that game kind of just went like fully under the radar and is hardly anyone playing, right? And still 16k. That's probably more than Destiny 2 at this point. I'm saying because some friends said there's a lot of cheaters. I don't hate Arc Raiders. Oh, okay. I think Arc Raiders also has proximity chat, right? And I don't think Marathon is gonna have proximity chat. Looks like it's the average 16-18 these days. Yeah. Marathon will have proximity chat? Oh, okay, so they changed that then? Because I knew that they were against it. They put because the community asked for it. It's crazy that they needed the community to have outrage for that, for them to add. Like, you should always add in proximity chat with these types of games. It just makes moments so much better. And when you encounter like random people or shit. It's literally what like viral clips are made of. Yeah, like if they didn't want, that means there's not a good direction in the game. Yes, yeah. They probably look at Destiny and then they're like, nobody's using it. Yeah, because you're not automatically opted in for it. I think the problem with Arc Raiders is that the game have behavior-based matchmaking. I haven't played the game myself, so I don't know. I hope they don't put that in Marathon. Oh yeah, then yeah. How is the matchmaking in Valorant? Because if the matchmaking in Valorant is any good, I see them reusing that type in Marathon. Decent. I heard that. I think it's both good and bad. Okay. Like casuals or ranked? Ranked, of course. I know if you're like playing on the top or such, you always match up with the same people, but that's kind of like, it's whatever. It's good? Okay. Because I know Bungie hired a bunch of Valorant devs and people of Valorant development when they were making Marathon. Like, I don't know if that's still the case, right? But I know that the backbone is a lot of like those things. People who prefer PvE will end up with PvE server game, and PvP people will be able to get their own. No, it's PvP PvE. You have PvE encounters within the map that you as players can compete over. That is what they mean with PvP PvE. Because they have like bots and such. Not bots as in people using bots, but NPC bots for their encounters that they have within the game. Yeah, I know, but from what I understood, if they're matchmaking, if you end up not shooting people over many games, you get people with the same behavior as you. That would be horrible. I mean, if we're talking about the old MMR system, it was kind of bad. It was horrible! What do you mean, kind of bad? You like couldn't change your hidden MMR in Valorant. Oh, in Valorant you meant, I'm sorry. I didn't know. I thought you meant Destiny. I saw a clip with like 15 people in a hallway, all joking and laughing together, and then another clip where people were insulting each other to death in PvP. I mean, it's a competitive video game. If you have a competitive video game, you're gonna have assholes. It's that simple. Humans are competitive creatures. Especially online, if it's just like behind the screen, it's, yeah. Marathon has Jennifer English in the I think it's gonna be Game of the Year. Oh, Exploder. I'm competitively lazy, that's about it. That's also a mood, yeah. I mean, they're probably just voicing the runners or voicing the traders and such, right? My take about that matchmaking is it kind of kills the point of an extraction shooter. I don't know. Oh, you mean when people don't shoot other people? I think it would be... I see why people... It would be good matchmaking for new people. But at the same time, if you want a PvP game or people to have PvP interaction, you kind of just like have a pretty steep entry that you just need to get good with the systems in the game. Any shooter or FPS has that, right? Sadly. Heck, even Sea of Thieves has it. And that's also why Sea of Thieves in the end caved in and they did like a kind of solo mode. I don't know what it is called in Sea of Thieves. But the new players to Sea of Thieves kind of end up being like fodder and spawn camped and everything like that. So yeah, I can see people also really not wanting to stay around for a game like that. But then you should just say the game is not for you then. Because if you play an extraction shooter, I would think that you would start shooting other people. How funny would it be for it to actually get Game of the Year because Jennifer English is in it, and then next year, hopefully, Tides of Annihilation gets Game of the Year because she is also in that game. The problem is not shooting, it's matching with more people that not shoot. Yeah. I spent too much time on GTA Online to be disgusted of people coming to ruin a mission right at the end when I'm just minding my business, so I think it's fine for people to have their own chill lobby. Yeah, like if you can do it then in a chill way, sure, but if the game essentially is made with PvP in mind, then you kinda should be wary of that shit, right? But that's the point of the extraction shooter. I mean, it depends what the devs want with it, right? If you can do your dailies by doing the PvE encounters within the extraction shooter, then I don't know. Then the PvP essence of it is not the main focus of the game. And that's up to the devs, whether you like it or not, right? The PvE part is there to keep the extract shooter part, and then there is also nothing stopping one of the players to just crash out and hunt down everyone. Yeah. I mean, in essence, it's a looter shooter, so you... Oh well, I mean like a looter extraction shooter. My bad. And you find all the things on the map, right? Or you get it from someone else. Yeah, but why separate the matchmaking? I don't think Neoshufi said it was like a separate matchmaking. It was like a matchmaking that adjusted to it. What are we yapping about? Extraction shooter marathon from Bungie developers. Having possible matchmaking that is based on if people shoot other people a lot, then they get matched with people that are more aggressive players, and people that don't do it get matched with people that are less aggressive, to put it like that. Also, welcome in, Miro. Like, there's a reason in League of Legends that when you start with the game, you start in fucking bronze or tin or whatever it's called these days. You don't get matched with platinum or whatever is above that these days. I think it's just Bungie's idea of if that matchmaking is truly that thing, right? You would be surprised. I'm not talking about smurfing. And I'm also, like, not talking about that there's nobody on the game to be matched with, so you just get matched with anyone. That is an issue, right? But... Because I don't think there is a way to, with one matchmaking queue, be able to filter out people for that stuff in an extraction shooter. Like then it's what Exploder said, right? You get like hidden MMR type of stuff, which technically is then what it is, right? Yeah, it's rough, yeah. And you don't want to scare off new players to the game either. Because nobody wants to put effort into a game anymore these days. To learn a skill. Or get good in something. The Destiny PvP experience will be great as always. Yeah. I'm more worried about cheaters than anything, to be honest. Because if they don't crack down on that stuff, then the game is just yeah, that's just the end of the game. Destiny best days are ahead of us. Oh my god. They are part of that. I mean, the cheaters now in the PvP in Destiny 2 is crazy. Heck, not even PvP. On day ones and such as well. So yeah. Remember when they put your flex elo into your normal ranked experience? Best day will be when they shut down the server. Well, the thing is, like, Destiny will never fully close down the server. The game will go on maintenance, maybe, yeah, but they will never close it down. Even if Sony takes over, they will not close down the server. Destiny 2 is still making money. People are still buying from the Eververse. People are still swiping for the seasonal pass. It's still making money. Funky still swipe. Funky is legit donating all his earnings to Bungie personally. Saying that about a live service game when Anthem closed for good just a few weeks ago sure is something. Yeah, but that's because they closed down the studio themselves. Right? Wasn't that like the servers themselves being like, we're not gonna pay for the servers anymore? I'm not doing the same, but to Riot. Anthem didn't have players after the first week, yeah. Which is really sad, because Anthem actually had something really good going for it if they didn't just fuck it up. But yeah. Such is sadly the story of many games. The game had big potential, yeah, it had. It looked gorgeous as well. They cancelled that entire rework of the game. Was sad, yeah. Yeah, it wasn't profitable enough. And sadly, it's still corporate, like companies pulling the strings in those cases. What was it, like Amazon closed down? Was it New World? I think it was New World, right? Amazon closed or like fired everyone of the development team of New World and just kind of said like, oh, that's it. Well, they just released like the most successful fucking DLC they ever released. And the game actually was on a comeback. Anthem was so good at the start until they started removing the bugs and screwing over the loot system, yeah. Like the balance, and there was no end game. Like, for some reason, the first Descendant is still doing fine, even though they don't really have much endgame either, but hey. Yeah, I feel really sad for New World. Like, I wish the devs could like pull all their money together and buy it from Amazon, but servers are just too expensive. Will they still up for a different reason? Let's get serious. Oh, yeah, you mean the Gooners? Yeah. The first Descendant is kind of special. Yeah. I think the first Descendant is giving enough, just barely enough, to keep people buying like new Descendants and doing the same looting and such. Give me Wildstar back? Bro, don't start with me. That is like a hole in my heart that you just touched. Yup. Yeah, that's... I'm kind of hopeful when I see like stories like Hytale. And I'm really interested to see what they're gonna do with it. Because they bought the game from Riot. When Riot just wanted to shovel it into the trash bin. So I'm really happy that they still can do whatever they want with it. And they seem to have a very dedicated team behind it. The final Descendant did over 100 million in sales at launch apparently, trying to find current stats, but I can't seem to find any. Yeah, it's hard. I mean, what is it? Love and Deep Space, a gacha game, made like 80 million last month. Yeah. Which is literally only a game where you swipe for a card of like a 5-star guy that has then an interaction in it that you can then use to put into your battle composition. Love and Deep Space is good lord. Yeah. my favorite time to waste my time is to browse the Love and Deep Space Reddit and then see the people absolutely going into bankruptcy to swipe on the new banner. It is insanity how much money that game is making out of like the amount of people that are going poor for it. Arknights is the only good gacha mobile game. Debatable. I would say the Arknight raids are not bad, yeah. I don't think Genshin is a bad gacha game either in that regard, but yeah. Anfield in 2 days. Is it in 2 days? I was wondering when that stuff comes out. Like, I played a bit on the 22nd. I played a tiny bit of Arknights, but it's not my thing. So yeah. And I don't think I'm gonna play Anfield. But I'm interested to see what they do with it. Because at this point, you can say a lot about gacha games, but they're having more live service ongoing shit that is actually voiced and quality put into than AAA games at this point. It has a good story but didn't got into the gameplay, but Enfield, I like the automation part, like Factorio. Yeah, that's the thing. I wonder how far they're gonna go into that. And The world itself didn't really look that interesting to me, to be honest. Of Enfield. But that's like a me issue, right? So they either go full in or just barely enough to keep new players coming. But what do you think what it is? It's their first open world game as well, right? Is it Yoastar behind? Yoastar's the publisher. What is the studio behind Arknights? Oh. Wikipedia. Hypergriff. Okay. Oh. Oh, it is from Glyphline. Yeah. Are they gonna have one server for like global and everything as well? I don't even know if I can play Enfield in my country, to be honest. Now I think about it, actually. I hope not. You should actually want that they have once. Why is that? Due to gacha law in loot box law in my country. If the loot box or the gacha rolling is not clearly stated, the game is not allowed to be published in my country and in Belgium and such. Sure, there are ways to get around it, but yeah. Like, technically, FIFA is not allowed to have their game be published in our country, but they just pay like an incredible, ridiculous fine. Because it's like a drop in the ocean. Based? Yeah, I mean, I'm happy that they do it. That's the reason why most of the gacha games now have their rates on the banner. That you see that it is 0.5% or something for you rolling on a unit. Or that they have pity. Because if a game doesn't have like pity, and you're not guaranteed to have the thing that you're rolling for, that is by law criminal in my country. Yeah, at one hand, sometimes it's a bit annoying because I was checking out different games that a friend of mine wanted to play, and then it didn't pop up in my Steam, and I was like, why is this not on my Steam? And he was like, well, I don't think it has any loot box or such in it. I was like, but are they in the future gonna implement it and they have a license for that then? Because that's the only reason why it wouldn't be allowed in my country. So yeah. Is Arknight Enfield on Steam or not? They only have their own launcher, right? Is it only their own launcher? Own launcher, yeah. Like I think Arknights is also not on Steam, right? More and more gacha games are coming to Steam though. I'll watch. Yeah, Punishing Grey Raven, is it right? Is coming to Steam soon. That's nice. That's nice. I'll probably like watch streamers play Arknights and then see how it is. Because if it is doing the whole Factorio thing and everything really well, then I'm interested as well, right? What was that other game that Glad was playing the other day? Hold on. Let me... He was playing Star Rupture. And I was actually playing, like watching a lot of it, because I think Star Rupture was also a really interesting game. But it was in early access, so I was like, I'll see how it is. But yeah, I do like the whole Factorio Satisfactory type of deal. Always kind of liked base building and such. I just wonder how well Arknights is gonna like go into that aspect of it. In 2 days, you said. I'll keep an eye out. Yes, yes. Are there any other, like, interesting games coming out? Gacha-wise, I meant. Oh, we had the Neverness to Everness... that name. The names, man, the names. There's a beta for that one Victorian-inspired gacha. The Victorian-inspired gacha is not narrowing it down much. I'm looking forward to the new Resident Evil. Yeah. I'm looking forward to seeing my friend play that as well. Oh yeah, Silver Palace. Yeah, I see it here, yeah. But there's no release date yet, right? Yeah. Wait, Sukidun is getting a gacha game. What? Oh no. What is this petite planet? The Salted Grappo Resident Evil stream. It's gonna take ages for him to play it, poorly. Like, it took quite long for us to even get him to play Resident Evil. I mean, I guess the easiest way to make him play a game is like buying the game for him. Because that's also why he played the other Resident Evil, right? I could not watch him play that? Oh, welcome in, Craig. Why? Because he just like doesn't want to spend time on exploring and stuff like that, or what? Or was it the puzzling? Oh no, was it the puzzling? Oh. On all gachas I'm seeing, only 3 have confirmed release date at the moment. Bro does not know anything about No, it was his first Resident Evil. And it was only because I think Undefined and everyone in chat kept hammering on him to play it. He didn't even want to play it himself. I felt for him. That was Silent Hill. Oh, it was Silent Hill. That's true. Yeah. I swapped them around. I'm so sorry. Wait, which Resident Evil did he play on screen? On stream? Jesus Christ. Silent Hill F? Oh. No, right? None, I think. Yeah, he didn't play any. I think Undefined tried to talk him into playing it. But he doesn't like playing games where he needs to play multiple playthroughs to get the whole story, which is fair, right? That's also why he doesn't want to play Hades. Oh, MiHoYo is making Petite Planet, yeah. Yeah. I recall something. Hades has flavor to its replay. It's not just a run this again. Yeah, I know. It's the roguelike aspect of it, right? So anything better than D2 and League at this point? Yeah, I'm sorry for you guys. Like, I'm not watching Salt much either because I'm not interested in Destiny 2 anymore. And then now he plays League, which I'm also like, yeah, I'm not interested either. I like today I when he goes live I check in and I tune in for like a few minutes and then I go away again, right? Because yeah, I mean, I think a lot of people are like that, right? One is bad and the other is win. Yeah, I was amazed out of all the games he picked to do quote-unquote variety, it was League. For one, that category is so saturated with streamers. And two, it is just kind of like a hard game to even have fun watching, I feel. But then again, I'm not like a MOBA player anymore, right? I have my fill of MOBA in my lifetime, so... Pretty sure it's Val's fault. I mean, Val tracks everyone in League. I just tune in for the yap. For the salt yap or my yap? League is digitalized evil to me. I just go there to rage bait him. Oh, Luan. Bro is dead again. No, don't do that. Oh, a bunch of haters in chat you are. League, even as a small streamer, gets a lot of views if you're just a bit lucky and can make you pop off. I doubt that. Go into the League of Legends category and sort by lowest viewers to high. And how many people are just on 0 or 1 viewer. Stop talking about League. TFT is where it's at. Random comes of Exploder coming in, yeah. Like, how many viewers do we have on my channel now? Because I don't have that shit on. I never know. Let's see. 10 viewers, it says. Right? I, with my 10 viewers, am already in 5%, in the top 5% of Twitch streamers. Let that sink in. Like 10 and above is top 5%. The thing is to act as if you had anger issues and crash out regularly to keep people laughing. You just described Tyler 1. I mean, you aren't in League, you already won anyway. Yeah, that's a good one, that's a good one. Yeah. No, I quit playing League after Season 3. Back in my day. Yeah, the dude with the headset dent in his skull. Yeah! Yes. That screams into the microphone, that peaks. Yeah. Played the old-timey Ace Attorney, where it's like 80% of the game is set in London, and I didn't see any Scots. Surely the sequel doesn't disappoint. I'll take criminal representation if need be. I think because Ace Attorney is made by Atlas, right? I think? Is it? Now you're making me doubt. Ace Attorney. With Capcom, but like which... Oh, it doesn't say which side of Capcom it is. Okay. But Capcom doesn't know if there's anything more of English people, of like British people, outside of just like the classic the classic British ID that we have of English people. Like, if you don't talk with the accent of "Can I have a bottle of water?" then anything outside that is not British. And Apollo Justice isn't that bad of a sequel. Atlas is with Sega, not Capcom though. That's... I think you're true, yeah. Yeah. There was one Irishman. A what? Oh. Surely the sequel can have one Scotsman? Okay. Was he like... in the game Irish? Or was it just his voice actor was Irish? He is Irish. Oh, okay. Color me surprised. Brazilians in video games are just a lot of green flags at football. They're not wrong though, are they? Luan, you guys play a lot of like football. And in any tournament or such where there's a Brazilian team, you guys turn up in chat and you wave those flags as if your life depends on it. You're like a big bunch of supporters in that regard. Hello, Vtuber. Welcome in. And short with a lot of gold. Dancing people too. Yeah, that's true. That's true. Brazil has amazing music. Yeah. I love watching the OSU World Cup and then the Brazilian team playing, and then you have all these people in chat going, Viva Brazil! And it's like they do the people flag. I don't know if we have that emote in my chat. Let's see. I don't think so. No, we don't have it. But it always makes me happy to see it. That's not supportive. I'm also not gonna say that word on stream. But yeah, I love seeing like tourneys that have different countries in it. And then the chat doing all like the flags and cues. So cute. Awaken their inner Brazilian. I mean, Luan is Brazilian. That's really support. That's like me running after you with a chancla. We use for everything, it's just dependent on the content. That is true. That is true. It's kind of like fuck. Yeah. Like you freaking stop your toe and you shout down. That is kind of true. Yeah. No, but to get back to like playing games or finding interesting games to play, like of course I do worry about it as well, right? 'Cause, like I'm always super grateful that you guys are hanging out with me while I'm just yapping, and technically all my gaming streams are also just secretly yap streams, right? But I also kind of always worry, like I need to find an interesting enough game that chat can still, even if I'm not super interesting yapping all the time, that you guys still have something interesting to look at. Yeah. Even though I'm horribly bad at most of the games. But yeah, that's a whole different matter. Time to become a React streamer? That's one thing I actually don't want to become. Even though it will probably do well. Something interesting to look at. Yeah, the game. The game, Proker. The moving image. I'm always covering the... I will never live that one down, huh? It was kind of peak. Yeah. We can always have a look at Mahjong. I was wondering if I would, because I signed up for Mahjong tourney, and it's a community tourney with teams. In April, I think it is. March or April, one or the other. The thing is, like, if you want to stream it, it needs to have like a 5-minute delay. And I was like, I'm not so sure if people are even interested in it. So yeah. Forgot how weird it is being in Glasgow. Only 45% of people look like hollows, unlike the 95% is all. Gregor, you're having like a whole separate conversation going on now with yourself. There's a competitive dorm mode in that game. Hello, you broker. Only because I collect pretty images doesn't mean that is the game, alright? That's normal Gregor behavior. Yes, but I just called him out for it. I know it's normal behavior for Gregor. I mean, to be honest, I swear 98% of the gameplay. Well, the game is actually Mahjong, but yeah, most people play it to collect outfits for their waifus, yeah. Which inevitably is like swiping the credit card. That's why I think like triple or quadruple whenever I install a gacha game with a lot of like fashion or such. Yeah. And also, most of the gacha games that I play, I stay free to play in. So yeah. I just turned into the realest guy I know. Why? Do tell me, Craigle, why? Oh, tuned into. Oh, God. I read over it. Thank you, broker. I'm not a guy though. Why are you talking in my chat, in my stream about someone else? Even though I know we just had a conversation about salt and that already kind of derailed too far. You stay free to play? Like I try to, yeah. With how much you joke about spending on gacha, I thought you were an actual gamble addict. No. No. No, I hardly spend any money. Even on myself. I can stop whatever I want. Yeah. It was in response to this. That's normal. Crackle. Oh, I see. Gotcha. No. I actually hardly spend money. Yeah. I actually have severe brain damage due to the way I grew up. And my mom would actually always complain about every single euro or 50 cent I would spend. So even now these days, when I can't spend it, I still ask myself, do I really need this? Like, really need this? Like, really? Good as is. I mean, it is a good habit, especially nowadays, but it's kind of too far in that end, right? As it should be. I mean, yeah, you should think about your purchases, but at the same time, you should also kind of enjoy life. Half healthy and half unhealthy. Yeah. Like, of course, I need to think about my spending because I don't have much spending due to the situation that I am in. But sometimes it's also alright to just buy the nice food that you want, right? Yeah, about that enjoying life part, slavery exists. Yeah, you should know about that, Mr. Old Job that was taking over your life and the only thing that you, like, lived and breathed and thought about. I'm back, just came back cause finished school. Welcome back from school, Andre. Modern slavery, yeah. Broker previous job was modern slavery. Bro was like only awake for his job. I'm so glad you don't work there anymore. Bro, at times I'm just thinking I don't need money, I just chill. Well, you need money to eat and to pay your rent. Just be cooking with slavery, talking about job, I will go to sleep. Oh yeah, you're right. Like, how the hell are you still awake now? It's Monday. Go to bed, Grandpa. Thank you for hanging out in chat. It was nice having you here. Sleep well, sleep well. Nah, I just starved. Don't live off noodles. It's not good for you. Get some veggies in you. School for 20 years, job for 40, 50 years, 5-year, 10 if you're lucky to enjoy life. Yeah, that's a bit concerning, right? So you need to find like a balance. We need money for lots of things, but still you can donate your money to anyone. Yeah, if you can like miss any money, then you can donate, right? You should be responsible with donating your money as well. Grass is edible, if that's anything. No! Oh, Chan! Going from container to container. There's so much good food being thrown away. Oh my god. Don't go dumpster diving. Any big supermarket throws good conditioned food for no real reason. They need to. They need to for like law and hygiene, right? Even though, yeah, most of the dates that are on things, you can eat it past that for a certain amount of days. Give away to homeless. The thing is, like, if every supermarket will do that, the homeless centers will like literally explode. We have that issue here in my country that they have too much food to be able to be given away, which causes even more issues for the homeless shelters and food banks and such. Grass is for feeding what makes my blood put in the cows. No, at my previous job, most of the stuff we had to throw away were fresh. What? But my capitalism... We can't give people free food and housing. Yeah. I mean, here in the Netherlands, you need to be living under a certain norm to even be able to sign in to the food bank thingamajig. I know I, for example, can't have food bank, even though I'm like at minimum wage. Oh yeah, there's that one guy who everyone thought dead for years that was found out from civilization in the national park. And first thing he got once back was a 2K fine because it was illegal to camp there. Oh. What the fuck? Talk about capitalism. Oh my goodness. Oh, what the hell? It's like, oh, we're so happy we found you. You can go back to your family, and your family was so worried. Oh, also, by the way, here, have a ticket because you like staked out in the fucking park for 300 years or something. Jesus Christ. What the hell? But, like, did he just live in a national park for like multiple years? And nobody at the national park knew? Did he just become like fucking Tom Hanks in Castaway? My cousin got fined for driving without a train ticket, yes. But has no money to pay the fee. I mean, then you can't really take the train, right? So they give him another fee. Yeah, that's how it works. This happened 3 times and then the city paid for it. Yeah, it's kind of silly how those things go, yeah. I don't know, I'm trying to find the article again, but that's such a terrible view. You live in peace for like 5 years or more, and then you get fined because people found you. Yeah, it is kind of silly. 17! He lived 17 years in the national park before they found him. What? Bro knew all the animals intimately at that point. Well, I don't mean it in that way. I mean like as like that he could talk with them and knew that that bird was like Jeffrey and that bird was like Susan or something. Was in Bulgaria? Oh. That's crazy. How can you be lost in a national park for 17 years? Or I mean like you decide to just like, no, I live here now. What the frick? How big is this park? That nobody else even saw you. He wasn't lost, he was just living there? That's the worst part? Oh. Oh, wait, here. Bulgarian man who went missing 17 years ago found alive. In Pirin National Park. In a remote area of the park. During a routine inspection of the park camping areas. How the hell did it... Park rangers noticed a tent pitched outside the designated camping zone and approached the occupant for identification. According to Rosen Baniski, director of the Pirin National Park, the man reacted aggressively. Oh. Police were called to the scene and it was discovered that he did not have an ID. Upon arrival of the police officers, it was established that the person had been declared dead and a death certificate has been issued for him. Okay. The individual is believed to be a Bulgarian citizen, most likely from Rus, who had been declared missing by his family years ago. Authorities reported that the man had been a state and internationally wanted individual in 2008. Oh, let's see. After a failed search, he was declared dead in 2013. The tent was located in a remote section of the park, far from hiking trails and guest accommodations, suggesting that he had deliberately chosen to live in isolation. Bansky added that once the man's identity is fully verified, authorities will assist him in obtaining proper identification documents and impose an administrative fine for camping outside authoritative areas. Fines under current regulations range from 500 to 5,000 Bulgarian leva. So that's from like $300 to 3,000. What the hell? What the heck? Police investigations are ongoing to clarify how the man remained undetected for more than a decade. Oh. Pirin National Park is located near Bulgaria's borders with Greece and North Macedonia and features the country's second highest peak, reaching almost 3,000 meters, covering an area of approximately 40,000 hectares. The park was declared a national park and added to the UNESCO World in 1990. No for glacial lake waterfall. Okay, yeah. Home to wildlife such as bear and wolves. How the hell did he survive? What the fuck? Bro, level up all the sneak skills. Yeah, pretty much. What the heck? That's crazy. Oh. What a headline. Dead man found alive in remote national park. That's crazy. I mean, it does look like a really big park where someone easily can get lost, to be honest. Looks very pretty. Hi chat. It's been 4 hours of yapping. And I thought I was only gonna stream for like 2 or something. Oh. 6 more hours. Tomorrow. Tomorrow we'll have another strum, alright? Part-time yapper. I am. Where are we gonna send you all? Always chat falls, I see. Always you guys, yeah. What do you guys want to watch? Snooze out. There we go. I can send you guys over to Hades Strummer or Breath of the Wild Strum. Yu-Gi-Oh? Nah. I don't know any Yu-Gi-Ohers. I don't Yu-Gi-Oh myself. Let's rate the same cute little strummer that we rated last time. Which was Mystical? Mystical GX? Yeah. Why does she have this name? It's and she was really cute and nice to chat, and she plays, like, I think it's Master Mode of Breath of the Wild. Yeah, Master Mode of Breath of the Wild. Yeah. And she's really good at the game. I want to give her a bit more viewers, right? So hang out with them on chat. Did you know the first known used Uber was in a Yu-Gi-Oh fanfic? Oh my goodness. This is the rate message. The first one for our subs and the second one for non-subs. So let's send you over to comfy, amazing Breath of the Wild Master Mode content. And just say like hi to her. And be nice, alright? Be nice. And make her day a tiny bit brighter. Because that's what we all need in life. Just a tiny bit more brightness in our lives. Alright chat. Thank you for hanging out with me today. And wherever you are, have a good day, afternoon, night, evening, morning. And I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Tomorrow actually. Bye. Bye bye.